Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can put Gemini using the key functionality inside your terminal, and this can work on all operating systems that I am aware of. So it can be Linux on all distros, Ubuntu, Kali. It can be Windows 11, Windows 10, and it can also be on macOS, Mac operating system. So without further ado, let's go into our computer and let's see exactly how you can do it. So once you're back, one thing I need to tell you is that you are going to use a GitHub repository. So come right over here in any of your web browser and type in for the word Gemini CLI. So let it load for a while and it will take you to a GitHub repository as your first link. An open source AI agent. Click on that right over there. You can just go ahead and git clone this one or things like that, but also there are other ways you can install or you can get this Gemini in your terminal. So when you scroll down over here, you can see here's the user interface, how this thing becomes. All right, so when you scroll down, you can see why Gemini CLI. You can see there is a free tier version and there is a paid version. So in the free tier version, you get 60 requests per minute. So it's like every single second you get one request. But if you finish your 60 requests maybe within 40 seconds and 20 seconds you don't have those requests, by the time you hit another minute they will have already been refreshed. So within every single minute you get 60 new fresh requests, and per day you get 1,000 requests. So this is actually a very good version of free tier. So it is user friendly and you can just use it to do your every day-to-day stuff. But if you know you can like put in a lot of requests per minute, just go ahead and upgrade it to a paid version. Okay, so as you can see, it is open source. They're using Apache 2 license to whatever. And here, quick installation. Run this with npx if you want to install it using npx. And if you want to know npx if it's in your terminal, just go ahead. If you're in Linux, open your terminal. When you type in the word npx, it will tell you if it is on the terminal, because it will be like kind of green highlighted, okay, not white. If it is white highlighted, that means it is not yet there. So I can use npx to install this thing, but also I can use npm. So once I come down right over here, install globally with npm. So as you can see, npm install this. I also have npm, so when I type in the word npm, you can see the npm command. It is also green highlighted, so that means it is also there. All right, so if you're using macOS, you can use brew, and even Linux sometimes people use brew. So as you can see, brew is not yet installed in my computer, so I don't want to use this one. But if you're using macOS, go ahead and use brew install Gemini CLI. So if you're using Windows, you first need to install Node.js version 20 or higher, and then you can install this thing. So, and if you have already installed Node.js, you are going to use the npm command to install Gemini. So if you want the Gemini preview, you can also install the Gemini preview or Gemini latest, because they be releasing new stable updates maybe every other day. So as you can see over here, on Tuesday every week they be releasing new published stable updates. All right, so you can download any type of version that you want. There is this nightly and all those things. So you can go down right over here and read everything, the authentication options. You can authenticate by using your Google account. You can authenticate by using a Google Gemini API. So if you don't know how to get a Google Gemini API, just go to Google Studio. So once you go to Google AI Studio.
And once you get into Google AI Studio website, it will look something like that. You can just go ahead and sign in to Google AI Studio, or as you can see down below here, you can see get a Gemini API key. You can just press on get your API key, but you will also be prompted to sign in. So you'll sign in first or sign up if you do not have an account. Then after that, you can create your API key. Now I think I'm gonna close this tab real quickly and let's go back here. So right over here, you can see there's a lot of other stuff. You can go scroll down, and option 3 is using Vertex AI. So I am going to download this thing. So I'm just going to find this npm install command. I'm going to open my terminal, and I'm going to change directory to the place where I want to be. So in this case, it is on /projects, whatever. And I am going to copy or paste my command. Actually, I'm going to paste my command, and I am going to press enter and wait for it to kind of download and finish everything. So I think after this, I'll catch you when it's kind of done. Alright guys, so as you can see right over here, it is done installing everything. Just one simple thing that I forgot to tell you. If you run this command like npm install whatever Gemini CLI, you will likely face this type of error, alright? Error whatever. So all you need to do if you're using Linux, you just need to type in for the sudo. Like sudo is just as saying please in your Linux terminal, so that you want or you ask for permission to get the root privileges. So type in for the word sudo, then followed by your command, put in your sudo password. Your sudo password is actually your computer password, all right? The password that you put when you want to log into your computer. So that's the same sudo password, right? So after that, it will download, and after that it tells you added how much packages in how many minutes. So there we are done. We now have Gemini inside our terminal. So let me list everything right over here really quickly. So right now I want to go ahead and open up any of my projects, and I can have Gemini assess those projects for me. So in this case, I'm going to open this project. So I am going to change directory to my school project. All right, so when I list things right over here, you can see there's a lot of things. It's actually a website, right? So in this case, I am going to sign in for Gemini. So as you can see, when I type in the word Gemini, it detects it as a command, so it is green highlighted. So when I press enter right over here, it will start launching Gemini in my terminal. How cool is that? There it is, Gemini inside my Linux terminal. There are tips here for getting started, ask questions, edit files, or whatever, right? So in this case, you're just gonna log in. So you're going to use your arrow keys to navigate here. So when you press down it, you can use your Gemini API key, the Vertex AI, but I'm going to use login with Google, and now press enter right over there. So it will take you automatically into your Google things. So I'm going to use one of my Google accounts really quickly, and yes, sign in right over there, and it will take me back to the terminal once everything is done. So as you can see, Gemini code assistants now are now authorized to access your account, and that's okay. Let me close this one really quickly, and when I come back right over here, you can see I am authenticated using auth personal. This auth personal means my Google account. Now I am prompted with a place to type in my message or my commands. So in this case, I can ask it, for instance, how many files are in the current directory. Then press enter right over there, and if you want to close this debug console, just type in for Ctrl O and it will close it. And as you can see right over here, how many files are there in the current directory, it is initializing, analyzing the file count. So as you can see, it is analyzing. Okay, yeah, all right. I'll use the find command to count the files, whatever. So you can just allow always, no, or just allow once. So I'll just allow it once. There are 13 files in the current directory, as you can see right over there. Really easily, really simple. Is there any file in this directory that looks fishy in any way possible? Okay, possible quota limitations in place or slow response times detected. Switching to Gemini 2.5 Flash model for the rest of the session. Okay, so now it wants me to switch to Gemini 2.5 because I've reached a quota. Analyzing phishing detection, clarifying file analysis limits. Okay, there goes. The files are being analyzed. Or let me say analyzed. Okay, so English is hard, guys. The file names appear to follow a pattern, document type, username, whatever. While the file themselves aren't entirely fishy, it would be prudent to examine the context of these files, especially if you don't recognize the source. So, for real security assessment, you should use a dedicated security scanner. It just helped you to analyze all the files in here for any file that looks malicious or fishy, and it says it didn't find any file that looks fishy, but you should try it on your own. So it tells you not to trust it, because we all know, guys, Gemini hallucinates a lot. It can tell you it has called a tool, but in reality it hasn't called that tool yet. It says I am done, but it isn't done. So at least it tries a thing or two. So in this case, you can do a lot of things. Control C, and when you quit this one, you can see Gemini 2.5 Pro 8 requests actually, and as you remember, I only get 60 requests per minute, so I've just used 8 of them. So here are the input tokens and here are the output tokens. All right, the tokens that goes in and comes out, or is it goes out and comes in? English is very hard, guys. Anyways, so here goes nothing. And one thing that is really cool, you do not have to just type in for the word Gemini, then press enter, launch its console or whatever it is, its GUI, then ask for commands. It is really simplified. You can just type in Gemini space -p, then you can put in these things right over here. You can put at, then dot, and then right over there you can specify your exact command. So I can say how many files are in this directory. There. So as you can see, it is using different tools. All right, so the first tool fails, it is going to use another tool, and as you can see, now it has used globe tool for globalization and stuff like that. So you can see here are 103 files in this directory, and it is in line. For example, when I list this thing, you can see here are just some of them, but I can go ahead and change my directory to up. Then I can list here, then I can change my directory to templates. Okay, templates, I can list here, and there are a lot other stuff. Okay, so I can say 103 files might be true. All right, it depends if it has counted all these files individually. So let me clear my terminal, let me go back in time. All right, go back, and yes, so that's how you can use Gemini. You can use it by using its UI, by typing in Gemini, then press enter and type in the commands in the UI. All right, or you can just type in Gemini -p, and then you can see it over here. Or you can just type in Gemini --help if you do not know what specific command you need to type in. So just type in Gemini help, and it will prompt you with the help commands, or to give you the right commands that you can use with Gemini. So here goes nothing. Here are the commands. All right, and so it's the same. If you want to get more help, just going into its UI, launch its interface. So as you can see right over here, Gemini interface is already open. So if you want to see more help, just type in /help into your command line and press enter, and it will give you more options while using this thing. And this can be amazing actually if you do know how to use them, and it's really amazing. Go ahead, play with Gemini, Clee, whatever you want to do, because this is like you're having a second programmer inside your terminal. You do not have to copy paste errors from your terminal to the real Gemini inside your web browser. So you do not have to come every single time inside your web browser in order to copy paste commands into Gemini. But the terminal or the Gemini CLI has helped everything for you, so you just have to do everything inside your terminal, and that's really amazing with this thing, guys. So you just tell it, please read the previous error and tell me what's wrong. It will do all that for you. Without further ado, I think that's it for today's video. Make sure you subscribe, like, get notified, share this with friends and families. Make sure you come back for other videos. But also, if you want to join the membership of the channel, make sure you do that, because I'll start be posting in there, and I'll be posting more exclusive contents, the contents that not everybody will get to see unless you have a membership or you are a member, in other words. And in that case, I think I should start going live, guys. So comment down below if you think I should be going live while doing this kind of content or these tutorials. I think it will be great, just, you know, having conversations with you and stuff like that. So comment down below, make sure you support the channel, guys. And with that being said, so I think I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.